Mark, where are you, Mark? Turn your camera on.
Okay. You can see me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we can see you.
Hey friends, I'm Scott Hanselman, and I was told to give you a tour of my office. This is Nerds Nerding. What we're doing is we're talking to people all over the world because we're stuck in our houses. And we're looking
God, this is like my dream come true. I always wanted to join Scott Hanselman's group.
What do you want?
Go to the build. What is on the schedule for today? Oh, this thing. Okay. All right, fine. Let's do it. Let's do this. Okay. Camera ready. Hello. Anybody on the call? Nope. I guess it's just us. Hi, friend. It's Build. Not the Build I thought I would be. I thought I would be in a room with 15,000 of my closest friends. But we're here, and that's okay. Because we're here together, and we're making remote technology work. And today, I'm going to show you some really cool developer tools. We'll see if anyone else shows up. But we're going to see all the things that we can build and all the fun that we can have, putting all these different Microsoft technologies, open source technologies, hybrid technologies together. Actually, I did some fun stuff already. My friend Isaac Levin and I have hooked up Microsoft Graph, and we hooked it up with Teams. You see this lighting right here? I got some light effects. These are called light effects beams. And if I go into Teams and I set it to busy, see, I've got a busy light now. That talks to the graph, talks to this, which is really cool. I'm having all kinds of fun just connecting these things together. Let's see what's on the deck for us today. I'm going to just make a fancy zone. I'm going to hit my hotkey. Look at this. Beep, boop, pop, boo. Boop. Boop. Beep, boop, pop, boo. Boop. Boop. Look at that. Fancy Zones. It's a power toy, Windows power toy. Lets me rearrange things, and I've got preset regions, which is really, really great for developers. So that's pretty cool. It's my Keynote deck. As you know, every developer is welcome. It's all about every developer. We have Hanselman and Friends today. I'm going to try to call some people, wake up some developers who may be sleeping on an early morning, and show you as many cool demos as I possibly can. Let's see who we can bother first. You know, actually, Kayla, one of my favorite people, let's see what she's up to. Wake up. Hello. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. That's the Skype sound. Boop, boop, boop. They should put that in Teams. That is like a low-key bop.
Hello?
Hey, hang on. I'm kind of doing a thing. It's a keynote. Be quiet. I can hear them. They're wrestling or something upstairs. Hi. Sorry to wake you up. I know it's a little early for devs, and you know, most people, geeks, don't get up till like, what, noon? When do you get up at the crack of 1 or what?
Depends on the day.
Depends on the day. Well, thank you for answering my call. What is going on with your background there? That's a little extra.
Oh, so this is an ASCII representation of Azure running in Windows Terminal.
That is awesome. ASCII VMSS dashboard. I love it. Mm-hmm. That is ASCII, and it shows all the little Azure data centers. Very cool. I will be setting that up later. Nice. Thank you for showing me that. That's cool. So I have got this other machine that I'm trying to set up. It's like half set up. And you know how when you get a Windows machine and you're just like, I have to set it up, right? You get any new machine, you just basically block out the whole day, 6-hour setup machine. And I've got like power toys on the thing, but nothing else. And I kind of want to like get it set up a little faster. Can you help me?
Yeah. So I can give you like a script and then it'll just be like one and done. It'll be set up.
I like a script. All right. Let me switch over to that machine. Is that cool?
Yeah.
All right. Give me a sec. Okay. Join over here. Okay. Oh, cool. I transferred the call with Teams. I'm learning how to do that. All right, cool.
Nice.
Let me share my screen. Okay, so this is my new machine. It's basically got like Office and Power Toys. That's basically all I have on this computer.
Okay. So we can get you some more dev tools like Terminal or VS Code all in one script.
Yeah, I have like a notepad that was like full. I have like this list of like all the different stuff that I could potentially install. And it's just like go and get it from the store and all that stuff.
Yeah, so we actually have a package manager that you can use, and then it's just all in one line, and then it'll install everything at once.
A Windows package manager, you say?
Yes, it is called Winget.
See,
it's our new package manager.
I would totally call it Winget. Okay, cool. So let me do that. So I'm sharing my screen, and let me minimize you for a second. Actually, no, I'm not going to minimize you. Nobody puts Kayla in a corner. I'm going to put you over here. There you go.
In the other corner.
Yeah, in the other corner. Actually, I just did put Kayla in a corner. Okay, cool. So I remember that with Power Toys, the launcher is Alt space. All right, cool. All right, so how do I use this package manager then?
So you can actually just do a command line executable inside Power Toys run.
Ooh, okay.
So start with the greater than symbol, and then you can write winget install terminal, and that'll install the Windows terminal.
Oh, fantastic. I love it. Winget install terminal. Oop. What? Impress me with your 3D, but oh yes, I love an ASCII progress bar. That's cool. Okay, that was it? All right, let me try this again then. So I'll run it again. Sweet.
There you go.
That's hot. Okay, run that. Look at that, I got terminal. That was cool. All right, cool. Dig it. All right, that's pretty cool. All right, so I can do this, like you'll give me a whole script and I'll just run all the different stuff that I need to install.
Right, exactly.
Okay, that's cool, But I have been a terminal stan forever. I've been talking about terminal. I tell everyone about terminal. Like, you know me, I'm all about my terminal. But it's been 0.9 for like 3 years, right? Can I not install another preview of terminal, please?
I mean, you didn't. This one is not a preview. Check the About menu.
What? You had me install a 1.0.
Yes.
Is this a real 1.0? Like ready for enterprise? Like everyone install this on your machines ASAP?
Yeah, 1.0 came out today. So you can just go get the full Windows terminal, no preview.
Very cool. Congratulations to you and the team. That's pretty sweet. I need to get like a launch slide or something and get my PowerPoint up.
Yeah, I think we hid one in your machine. I can grab it for you if that's easier.
Okay, you hid a file. Where did you put this file?
It might be easier if I just take over your machine and open it myself.
Okay. Let me give you control of my computer.
Let's see.
Whoa!
Oh,
It's tiny Kayla.
hey!
I have a mouse with a tiny head. That's pretty cool.
Okay. So let's open Ubuntu first. Okay, so first thing I want to do, let's go to your home directory, and then we can just open the file I have in GIMP.
Dork.png, thank you. So hang on, the GIMP is it's a graphical app.
Yep.
Are you making graphical applications work in, oh my goodness.
So this is a preview of graphical applications working in WSL2.
Ooh.
So we're running GIMP on the Linux side.
That is pretty freaking cool. Okay, so you got that out of my, I see that you changed the directories from my Windows file system to my Linux file system where you put the file, and then you just ran the GIMP, and it brought it up here. That's cool. So this will be on the preview train, I assume, not the release train of WSL2.
Right, so it'll be available later this year.
That's cool. All right, rock on. Okay, so then I can use the package manager to install a bunch of cool stuff. That's good. I probably got to install Visual Studio Code right away.
Not exactly. You could actually just use Teams for coding and using collaboration.
Let me rearrange my window here and make things a little better.
All right, I will leave. I'll take my head off your screen.
That's so funny. Okay, and then I'm going to put you over here. All right, you said I can go to Teams. Let's do that. Over to Teams. We have a Keynote team. Okay, cool.
All right, so you want to actually start by calling the bot, getting its attention. So you can do @CodeConversations, and then you can start writing a code snippet. So you can start with 3 backticks, and that'll put you into a code block. And you can put something like console.writeLine and then a string of like hello world, something like that. And it should run the code.
Okay. You can hear him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
No problem.
I got, oh, that's pretty cool. The guy's mowing the labor's lawn. So console.writeLine got output by the bot, and the bot did the code up in the cloud. Very cool. Okay,
Yeah.
that would be great for people to learn how to code.
Yeah, exactly. So we just made a bot using the bot framework, and then this is actually running .NET Interactive inside of it to get the code to output.
That's cool. It's a little meta, but I dig it, and I can see where someone could build on top of this and do all kinds of cool stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
This is pretty basic, though.
I mean, so I might have hidden another file on your machine.
I never should have let you ship me this computer.
So you're going to want to go into your Linux file system on Explorer.
Ooh, hang on a second. How do I have Tux in Windows Explorer? And this isn't even the Pro Windows. I'm on Home.
Yeah, so WSL2 comes with a few different things. So you can have Linux Open Explorer. This is the file system integration piece. And then since you're running Windows Home, Docker Desktop also works on WSL2.
Really? Okay, so that means I can use Windows Home as a dev, put on Visual Studio, Docker, WSL2, and just party, and I'm still on Windows Home.
Yeah, exactly.
Sweet. Lead hacker. Nicely done. Okay, so here's some C# code. I'll just put that in the clipboard. All right, that's in my clipboard now. What do I do with Code Conversations?
So mention the bot again,
Okay.
get its attention,
Code
and then
Conversations. Beep, beep,
yep,
beep.
and then throw the code in there into a
Okay.
code snip.
Done. Run. Okay, it's thinking. Something's happening. Teams is Teamsing. Ooh. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so all the console.writeLine's output, and it looks like it's like a card deck. That's cool. All right. I mean,
Yep.
it's cool. I'm impressed. Like I'm not not impressed. It's just like console.writeLine though.
Yeah, I mean, you can get a little bit better with this. So the code I gave you has a formatter included. This is part of .NET Interactive. So you can run just deck in a code snip, and then Code Conversations will handle it appropriately.
Ooh, okay. Deck. So I see the deck is the variable that the deck is held in. Cool.
Yep.
Got some more to run. Let's do it. Ooh, your output is too awesome. Open viewer. Ooh. .NET Bot cards. I see you shuffle the deck and visualize the deck. So the formatter tells it how to show a deck. This would be great for folks to learn how to code and when they're just getting started, and then you can like into Visual Studio. That's super fun. This is a little meta, and it just looks like it's kind of hacked together, but people can check it out at aka.ms/code conversations. That's really cool.
Yep. New bot.
New bot. I'm digging it. Okay, cool. Well, I appreciate it. You've given me all the things that I need to set myself up on this new machine with Windows Terminal, WSL2. I'm running on Windows Home. I got to go install Docker and Visual Studio and maybe get my terminal to be a little prettier.
Yeah, your terminal is lacking in some customizations.
Thank you for finding my terminal lacking.
Here, I'll show you mine so you can get some inspiration and get on my level. This is what my terminal looks like.
It's very subtle.
Yeah.
I appreciate how subtle it is. There's an understated grace to your terminal. I appreciate that.
That's how I operate.
All right, thank you. You can go back to bed or coding or whatever you're doing. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it.
Thanks. All right, see ya.
All right, bye. All right, let me get off of this computer. Cool, and let me go over here. All right. It's good stuff. I like that. So what we just saw was Windows Terminal. That's Windows Terminal 1.0. It is now generally available. You may already actually have Windows Terminal because if you got it in the Windows Store, it was automatically updated. And if you want to learn more or download it now, you can go to aka.ms/terminal. Remember, it's fully customizable and it's open source, which is pretty sweet. Also, we saw the Windows subsystem for Linux. This is WSL2, now generally available. That's near native Linux performance with a real Linux kernel, which is pretty amazing. We saw it integrated into Explorer, and we saw a preview of the GUI support. And this is interesting because you've got the general availability of WSL2, like start using it in your enterprise, update to Windows today, it's great. But if you want to get on the fast train, the innovation in the space of Windows subsystem for Linux continues. We're going to see a little bit of GPU support later in this conversation that we're having together. And again, that GUI support, lots of cool stuff happening in the WSL2. Oh, as well as a streamlined install experience to make getting WSL2 even easier is coming soon, which is pretty sweet. And I was able to set up my machine with Kayla's help using the Windows Package Manager, winget. This is really cool because it's open source again. It's going to be hosted, the repository, in GitHub. Set up your machines in one script, supported, secure, and we're going to work with folks like Chocolatey for an integration story. So you can take a look at that at aka.ms/winget. So all kinds of cool stuff. Setting up machines really, really fast for the developer experience, getting into some code. And actually, before I get into some code, I feel like my theme is wanting. So let me change my theme. I'm going to go, before I call my next person, let's make it prettier. There we go. So we set up some machines. Let's go and call a friend from GitHub, because what better place than GitHub to go and get involved with code? It's the world's largest developer community. So let me call someone who can explain a little bit about GitHub. This would be a good idea. Let's see if he is around. Beep, boop, ba, 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 ba. Hey.
Oh, hey, Scott. What's up?
Hi. Is that your boss there? What's going on?
Yeah. I'm just chilling with my dog outside right now. This is Femto. And I've been inside for like weeks, it feels like. So we've been sitting under the tree and chilling out.
I need to go to my backyard. See, now you're going to make me feel bad. I'm going to go to my backyard at some point because you're right. I feel like I've been in this room and changing the colors of the lights only simulates the outdoors so much.
Yeah, vitamin D doesn't just come in a bottle.
It does not. How are things going at GitHub? I know that you just acquired NPM, which is pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's super exciting. It's been incredibly busy. I mean, we were incredibly excited and honored to get to work with the NPM team. I mean, NPM is the biggest software registry in the world. There's over 1 million packages in it. It gets over 75 billion downloads a month, which just blew my mind. It's incredible. And, we have huge overlap between the NPM and GitHub communities. 96% of all NPMs host their source code on GitHub. And so there's a lot of opportunity to make sure we continue to serve all the NPM users and do a good job for them, but also to integrate it well with GitHub and provide things like end-to-end security and traceability, which we're excited about too. And so, yeah, it's really fun. JavaScript is a big language ecosystem, so it's a lot of responsibility, but lots of good stuff we can do.
For a long time, when people think about GitHub, they think about free. NPM, is free for people who aren't using the enterprise stuff. GitHub is the same way. But I've been paying my $7 for a private repository for GitHub for years.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You can keep doing that if you want. That's just great.
But now you're giving me even more stuff. What is the...
Yeah, I mean, the model in the past for GitHub was pay for privacy. So all the public repo stuff was free, but then if you wanted to do any private work, you had to pay for it. And we made the decision, actually, this is something we've wanted to do since before we even completed the acquisition of GitHub, but we made the decision to make GitHub free for everyone, basically. And so now anyone can create private repos and private organizations and add an unlimited number of people to them for private work without paying anything. And then, of course, if you're a big company, if you're an enterprise and you need really advanced compliance and security, you pay for that. That still costs money. But for startups just getting started, or students working in school, or even medium-sized companies who don't need to pay for support or that sort of thing, they can just use GitHub. And we want GitHub to be accessible to developers in every country and every place on Earth for any purpose. And so this is a big step in that direction. We're pretty excited.
Very cool. Give me a second. I'm going to go in my backyard because this is too awesome. Hang on one sec.
Join me.
There we go. Let me go in my backyard.
I don't have your video there. Oh, there you are.
There you go.
Excellent.
You got
me?
Now,
I got you. Now, you should know, by the way, if you're on your phone and you're going into your backyard, GitHub now has a mobile app for iOS and Android that you can use that we just put out a few weeks ago. And it's pretty cool. Have you tried it?
Interesting. So I could sit back here. I got my hammock situation, and I could I could code or do pull requests.
Yeah, I mean, actually, we weren't sure. Our thesis when we built it was that people would use it to kind of keep track of their notifications and stay on top of their inbox. And we were really shocked to find out that the number one use of the mobile app is reviewing pull requests. It's actually PR reviews. And super, super funny, right? People love to basically make sure they're not blocking their colleagues. So if someone's out there and they're trying to get a PR merged and you can review it for them, it turns out people want to get that done, even when they're on the go. Even if that means you're not really on the go, maybe you're in these days just in your backyard. But the convenience of being able to have GitHub in your pocket is awesome.
That is pretty sweet. And that's available like right now. I can do that.
It's right now. It's free. We've got hundreds of thousands of folks using it already. Like I said, I think it's just about a month old.
That's cool. Another thing that I really been appreciating about GitHub was the GitHub sponsors. Like there's so many people. Open source is powered by volunteerism, but to your point, people want freedom. People want to eat. It would be amazing if people could get paid for the work that they're doing.
Yeah, I think that's right. I mean, there's a lot of people for whom open source is a labor of love, and there's people who get paid full time to do open source. But there's a lot of people who are doing all this work that is a public good. It goes into a commons that benefits the whole world. And sometimes you want a way to say thank you and a way to actually give back to those people who are giving so much. And so we rolled out GitHub sponsors in November, so like just less than 6 months ago, as a way for you to contribute money to the people or the projects that you admire, or maybe that you even depend on in the work that you do. And already we've paid out millions of dollars to thousands of developers and maintainers around the world. And we've got hundreds of people who tell us they're depending on GitHub now to make rent, which is pretty crazy, actually. A thing that happened pretty quick. So we're looking forward to continuing to see that grow.
So if you're enabling people to get paid, you're enabling people to do work mobily if they want to, what other things could someone potentially do because GitHub is this massive source repository. I want to jump into the code and start working on it right away.
Yeah, actually, that's, I think we've all experienced this. If there's a project that you want to contribute to, or maybe there's something you want to change about it or improve, the first step is always, okay, I've got to get my dev environment set up. I've got to clone the repo and get it building locally and that sort of thing. And sometimes that can be a huge set of tasks and a big kind of piece of friction that even prevents you from contributing to an open source project or to something at your company. And so something pretty amazing, combining the power of GitHub with the power of Visual Studio Code. and it's called code spaces. And what we'll do is we basically put a button on the repo that says code. You click the code button. In the background, we'll spin up a virtual machine. We will hydrate a container in it, which contains the entire development environment for that repo. And then we'll open a new browser tab with VS Code running in the browser. And you literally are connected to that backend container environment in just a few seconds. You are now a developer on that project. It is amazing.
I feel like I'm going to put you down because I want to see this. I want to actually.
Yeah, you should check it out. It has to be seen. Whoa.
Hang on. Sorry,
Whoa.
my Gundam's
Cool.
attacked. All right, let me put you
What a
here.
collection you've got there, Scott.
Actually, let me switch back to this machine. Hang on one second. There you are. So code spaces, I feel like I need to see this to believe this. What do I need to do? What do I sign up for? Who do I? Firstborn?
Well,
what do you need?
If you want to see it, you got to talk to the expert. So, do you know Allison from DevDiv?
Yeah, I know Allison. Yeah, absolutely.
Give Allison a call. She'll show it to you.
I'm going to do that right now. Thank you so much. Enjoy Femto, your dog. Can we see more dog just one more time?
Yeah, okay. She's kind of napping.
She's run away.
Here
Oh,
she is.
wake her
Say
up.
goodbye, Femto. Say goodbye.
All right, I'll see you later.
All right, see ya.
All right, so Nat says that I should give Allison a call. So let us see what she is up to.
Oh, hey there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get you mobile.
No worries. I'm just taking little Olive here on a walk. Have you met Olive?
I have not. I have met Femto, which is Nat's dog. I have not met Olive. Hello.
Olive, say hi. Oh, I know. You are such a big, scary dog.
Uh-oh.
Here, have a treat.
Security dog Olive sees something.
I know. She's always trying to make sure the house is well protected.
Very, very
What can I
nicely
do
done.
for you?
Well, I was just talking with Nat. So Nat's in his backyard with his dog, and he said that you knew all about GitHub Mobile and then code spaces. But you are mobile, so maybe you could show me GitHub Mobile right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me go ahead and screen share. Fun fact, you can actually screen share from mobile, which is awesome.
Cool.
So let me go ahead and switch over to my GitHub application. So here you see a repository, which is the Olive Tracker. It's one I've been building while I've been at home in my spare time, keeping track of where Miss Olive has been. And it's great because you can see I can check on pull requests. If I had any issues, I could check on those. No issues because my app is perfect. And it's great because it helped me stay connected. So for my team's repo, I can check on issues. I can comment on pull requests and just stay connected even when I'm on the go, like when I'm walking Olive.
That's cool. Nat was saying that people really like to do pull requests and do code reviews from their mobile devices.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm waiting in line at the grocery store, at least I can be productive and comment on some pull requests.
Well, to be clear, that is your choice because you like doing that. I would never want to make sure that you have, like, you can always work everywhere. You don't have to work if you don't want to work.
Yeah, it just adds some nice flexibility because I definitely like taking a midday break and maybe doing some grocery shopping to get out of the house, once every 2 weeks, of course.
So if Olive has successfully chased away the bad guys, would you mind going back inside and showing me code spaces?
Absolutely. Let me get her all settled and I will hop right back on.
All right, cool. All right, I did not know that you can share mobile. That was cool. I'm going to try that. Being able to share your screen from Teams and mobile is pretty sweet. And then I need to install GitHub Mobile as well. Let's see if she made it back inside again.
Hey there.
You made it? There you are. Olive good?
She is good. She made a run for a bird. She loves to chase them. So I kind of had to grapple her back into the house, but she's got a chew bone and she's happy now.
All right, cool. So let me, how do I set up for this? I want to see code spaces. Can I do this on my machine?
Yes, you can. The great part is I can just walk you through it from here.
All right, cool. Let me put you over here in the corner, and I'll just bring up a browser. And
That's all you need.
Okay, cool. What do I got to do?
All right. So go to aka.ms.
aka.ms.
H on board.
SH on board. I'm joining your startup.
Yes.
All right, so this is
made that-
onboarding instructions. Here we go. Install. I mean, okay. Get the source. There's a lot of. Oh, and install. Oh my goodness, this is a little bit much. I don't really have this kind of time, but even worse, this is like a day worth of startup instructions. This is real typical, though.
It's very typical, but with code spaces, we've got a much easier way now.
Oh,
so
okay.
Scroll all the way up.
Mm-hmm.
You've got that green code button, so click on it, and then open in code space.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So
Initializing
here,
code space.
yeah, we are opening your code space or building it for you right now.
Okay.
And it's going to take care of all those instructions on a remote environment or code space.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to connect you to it in the browser. So basically, one button is all you need to get started.
So this is like a development specific container in the cloud. And oh, here we go. This is Visual Studio Code.
Yep. Looks familiar, right?
It does, but I'm in my browser. This is cool. All right. It says opening remote.
Yep. It's still got a little bit of setup to happen here. Obviously, building a code space takes a little bit of time,
Well,
but
that
far
doesn't
less
take-
than all that setup.
Certainly different between taking 7 hours to set up a machine from scratch. We're here complaining about this took like 20 seconds to set up an entire environment, unacceptable. This is amazing. So it looks like it's done.
Yeah, it's done. You can go ahead and close that creation log so we can
Okay.
reclaim some space.
All right.
And themes are always super cool to have, right? This should look like your VS Code.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so go to that gear icon and we're going to turn on preferences sync.
Turn on preferences sync.
Yep.
All right. Turn
It's in
on.
preview, so
Okay.
they ask. Let's
Uh,
just sync settings.
All right. So I'll sync my settings. Turn on. Oh, here we go.
Yep. We remember your GitHub login, so all you have to do is select it
This is the first
and
time.
replace local.
All right. Cool.
And then it's syncing it.
Whoa.
and
Hey,
it
my
runs up.
theme. This is my theme.
Yeah. Isn't that great?
This is cool. It's very interesting. This is very familiar because this is the way I have it set up.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. It should feel like home no matter where you're accessing it from.
Ooh, I like this. Okay.
Great. So why don't you open any file? Public has a map.js. That's our main one. And you can see all the colorization,
Wow.
everything you'd need to get started.
Oh, look at that. And the code coloring has been updated because the theme has a certain thing. It really is my Visual Studio. Wow.
Yep. I love it. So also, do you want to have a party?
Ooh, you know about my aliases.
I do. So why don't you go ahead and open up an integrated terminal? I usually do that with Control-Shift-P and then type in terminal.
Okay. And I also use Control tilde to bring up the terminal as well. So Control
Awesome.
Shift P. Yeah. So everything is exactly where it should be. Okay. So here I am in my terminal.
All right. You ready for the
All
party?
Let's party. Yes, 9cat. Woohoo! All right. So this means my dot files came in as well. Like it knows me. It really knows me.
Yep. It's just how you like it.
That is really cool. Okay. So if it knows me then, does it know about like my PRs and all the different stuff that I work on?
Yeah. So why don't you go to the PR extension? I think you're going to want to click those 3 dots. We've got many extensions here. Go to GitHub.
All right.
And if you open up all,
Okay.
you'll see I put a little surprise in there for you with Dependabot because I know you love Dependabot.
I freaking love Dependabot. Dependabot is such a joy.
Yeah. Could you tell me a little bit more about what it does? To be honest, I put it in there because I know you love it, but I'd love to hear more.
Dependabot is like a person that works for you, that watches your dependencies, and it will go and do pull requests. So like here, Dependabot went and noticed that the MongoDB dependency bumped from one version to another. And what I love about it is it will go and pull the release notes out. It'll basically do an inclusive, like I want everything from this version to that version, and it copy pastes it in. You can even go and see each individual commit between these two versions. And it's lovely. And then you can go and do, and look, I'm doing a merge directly inside of VS Code, inside of Codespaces.
Yep. It's basically like you're working local, but from a browser.
That's so awesome. Okay, well, wait a second. If I'm working local from a browser, how do I run this thing though?
Yeah. So go over to your debug extension there.
All right.
And just go ahead and click the run button, or you could use any of your shortcuts.
Okay. But this is going to be like localhost 5000 or something. How is that even possible?
So what we do is we actually have a port forwarding service that is going to take that local host on the code space
Localhost
and
3000?
actually forward that to your local browser. So if you go ahead and open that.
Do I literally open localhost?
Yep. Go ahead and follow that link.
That seemed impossible. Whoa. Connecting to the forwarded port.
And then you'll get to see the Olive tracker for real. So unfortunately, Olive hasn't really been to the Midwest or the East Coast. So
here we
why
go.
don't we go over to Seattle?
There's Olive.
Yes.
Oh, look.
There she is. And if you click on any of them, you'll get a cute little photo.
That is so cool.
Yep. Awesome.
I think this is wonderful.
So let's go ahead and close this and switch back to our code space because we are going to live share.
I'm going to close this tab.
Yep. Close that tab and go ahead and stop debugging.
All right. Cool.
Get that space back. All right. So go to the live share extension.
This one.
Yes.
All right, cool.
Perfect. And there, my name is all lit up. So you should just be able to invite me directly.
Okay, invite. Starting collaboration session.
Awesome. I got your notification in Visual Studio 2019, which is what I'm on.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm joining right now, as you can see.
So it is Visual Studio in GitHub Codespaces in the cloud.
Well, I'm on Visual Studio connecting to your code space in the cloud through live share.
I see. So anyone can use the tool that makes them happy. I'm in my browser. Oh, and you're actually selecting stuff, and you can see my selection as well.
Absolutely.
See, I'm going to use live share all through this whole thing today. This is fantastic.
Yep, it's a great way to collaborate, and we're so happy that it's enabled people to really connect virtually, even when we have to be apart in physically.
Very cool. I think I actually have a slide on Codespaces, and we can learn about how people can get this right away.
Awesome.
Here we go.
Yeah. So if you'd like to try out the experience, well, you've already tried it out, but if you have any friends who want to try it out, they should sign up at that link right there for the private preview for our GitHub integration. But if you don't want to wait for a private preview, you can actually try out Visual Studio Codespaces right now. And if you want to try it out with Visual Studio, which I know you love, Scott, you can sign up for the private preview for Visual Studio integration there. And maybe I can put in a good word for you to get you at the top.
That would be nice. I would very much appreciate that. Cool. Well, thank you very much for letting me pull you away from Olive for a little while.
Of course. She gets sick of me being home all the time anyways.
Awesome. I'll catch you later.
See ya.
Now you leave.
Sorry.
The Codespaces demo was something, huh? I feel like this keynote is going pretty well. I'm going to take a quick bio break. I'll be right back. Whew. I drank too much soda. Thank goodness for Teams backgrounds. All right, let me change my theme too. I'm feeling very Visual Studio-y. Visual Studio purple. There we go. That's nice. So we saw all the things that we can do in the browser, but we also saw how CodeSpaces is powered by Visual Studio Code. So let's take a look at what is in there. Visual Studio Code has over 21,000. Can't really move that window. Has over 21,000 extensions, right? You can develop locally, remotely, or in the browser, as we just saw. One of the best parts is that you can synchronize all of your settings and all of your extensions across anywhere. So your dot files, your aliases, your extensions, the way that you work is the way that you work, synced to the cloud and available anywhere, which is pretty awesome. Now, Visual Studio 2019, you've probably been using it for a while, and you've noticed that it improves all the time. Every quarter, there's a new version with new improvements. We saw IntelliCode, so you've got AI-assisted IntelliSense, Live Share, being able to collaborate across versions of Visual Studio with Live Share. GitHub integration, we'll see some cool stuff with that. Remember also that version 16.6 is out today. Version 16.7 Preview 1 is also available today. You can find a new Git experience, brand new Git experience, directly integrated into Visual Studio 2019, which is fantastic. The other thing that's worth pointing out is that .NET Core 3.1 continues to march on. So many people are using it, and it is in long-term support. That means that you can do work, start a new project on .NET Core 3.1 now, and you will be supported for years. We've added WPF support, Windows Form support. You can have side-by-side, so different versions of .NET not affecting each other, as well as self-contained EXEs. So you can put your own personal copy of .NET into a folder, and it will just work on any machine. And then, of course, the modern web UI with ASP.NET Blazor. You can check that out at .net, dot.net. Actually, let's give Maddie a call. She knows all about Visual Studio development, and she can probably help me with this idea that I have. She's green. Sweet. I think she's on the East Coast. Let's see what she's doing. Hello.
Hey, Scott, what's up?
I'm chilling. Are you eating? Oh, it is. Oh, it's noon over there. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Having a snack.
Is that a Teams background? Are you seriously? Don't tell me your kitchen is that awesome.
No, this is my kitchen. It's real.
How are you touching the Teams background? That's the part. It's augmented reality.
If only. No, I'm very lucky.
That's very cool.
You can tell because if you look closely at the plants, they're a little bit brown. That's how you know it's real.
Really? Yeah. This is actually all just a background. I've given up at this point, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I heard that there was an app that you were thinking about. I also have an idea for an app. I thought it was time for possibly a collabo.
Oh yeah. Do you want to see what I've got?
Okay, what do you got?
All right. Let me share my screen.
Okay.
Boop, boop, boop. And let me hide your face. And let me send you my live share link real quick.
Okay. Over here. Okay. And where are you putting that link?
I just put it in the Teams chat.
In the Teams. All right. And it says I'm joining. Joining, opening remote session.
Ooh.
Beep, boop, bop, boop. Oh, all kinds of stuff. Restaurants view, main view.
Yeah. Do you want me
view.
to show you around a Xamarin app real quick? I don't know if you're familiar.
Yeah. Here, let me close this chat and all right, what do you got?
Sweet. Okay. So, as you know, Xamarin is .NET, and .NET can target anything, which is really cool. But Xamarin is kind of the mobile solution. So, and here I've got this .NET Standard project. This is actually, I have to confess, one of the Xamarin Forums team members built this. I do not have this kind of design skill, but I borrowed it from him because I wanted to make an app for delivery. And it's a Xamarin Forms project, so all of his UI is actually shared. It's in XAML right here. Mm-hmm. And it's in this .NET Standard project, and he's targeting Android and iOS, you can see, which is cool. But I can also add things like TVs, windows, a watch if I want to. And in my Xamarin Forms app, because like I said, all my UI is XAML, I also get all of the great Visual Studio features that I expect. Like if I start scrolling down here and typing, I'll go to my grid, space. You see those little stars that pop up? That's IntelliCode, which is cool. Oh, what? Am I going? Scott, are you? Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry. I was, while you were talking, and I kind of was exploring, and I was kind of messing around.
I see you're really paying attention.
So wait a second, though. I pushed save on Visual Studio Code on my machine, and you didn't even recompile, though. How is this happening? Are you in the middle of a session? What is?
Yeah, well, there's a couple of things happening right now. First of all, my iPhone plugged right into my PC. It is debugging. And that's using something called hot restart, which lets me just like really quickly rebuild and redeploy right to the phone. But you're actually triggering a XAML hot reload when you change the XAML here. So I'll go and I'll change this to the superior color, pink.
Oh, wait, hang on, though. Hang on. That's your iPhone on the left there?
Yeah.
Mirrored?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Isn't that cool? Very fancy. So it's convenient when I'm trying to work from my kitchen island because all I need is my iPhone and my laptop, which is pretty cool. But yeah, you triggered a XAML hot reload, which is just our way of changing XAML and hitting, and in this case, you don't even have to hit save, and it's just going to update the UI on the running app right away, which is pretty cool. But like I was saying before you got distracted, you get all the features of Visual Studio, including things like IntelliCode, and all those refactorings that I know we launched last year at the VS 2019 launch, but you still have those in your C# for your backend and your business logic, which is all shared in this lovely .NET Standard app. And I'm even using my cool new vertical tabs, very nice new feature of Visual Studio, which I guess you can see if I'm sharing my screen, but that's pretty much it. So that's what I'm working on.
So I've been reading about these dual screen devices, like 2 screens. And I know that you have like a summary detail thing going on there.
Yeah.
Like you click and then you have the menu. How do I make this work on a dual screen?
You mean like one of these? Scott?
Don't tell me they gave you one.
I'm very important now.
No,
Just kidding.
you have so many devices you don't even know. You have a kitchen full of Android devices.
I do.
In it. Oh my
Lots
goodness.
of phones.
You completely.
But yes, it does totally. Xamarin is a great solution for dual screen because, like I said, Android, Windows, and everything else. So this was the iPhone that you were looking at. But actually, if you're still in the live share,
No, but hang on. Hang on.
What? Oh, you did open the APK I sent you.
So this is the APK that you sent me, and this is a Surface Duo. How did you do the dual screen? This is the food app on the Surface Duo. Show me how you did that.
That looks great. So if you're still in that live share, click into main page or main view. .xaml.
And you can follow me.
And yeah, I'll highlight that 2-pane view. And you can see it's just setting pane 1, pane 2 down here into the restaurant view and the restaurant detail view. So it's smart enough to know when I'm on the iPhone that it's just 1 screen. But when you're on the Duo, it's 2.
That's cool. So you're literally just reusing the view. It indicates panel 1 and panel 2. So then when I'm on the Duo and then I flip it, now I can be doing things with a single view. That's sweet. Okay. Yeah. All right. I need to up level my skills here, my friend. All right.
So what are you working on? What's your great idea?
I have this idea. So you're doing food delivery. And here, let me do this. Let me share my screen.
Oh, okay.
In the center here. And I'm going to jump over. I've got my laptop over here. And I'll get into the Teams meeting. And what I'm going to do is share this screen and minimize the extra Maddie. Okay, you can see?
Ooh, I like that background.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, so here's the deal. I have got some footage. This is footage of my dash cams, okay? I am a big fan of dash cams.
Cool.
So this is like me driving in my town, and it's just raw footage. I've got a bunch of this stuff. And what I did was, this machine here is actually not just any laptop. This is a Surface Book 3. This machine is bananas. I've got 32 gigs of RAM. Let me go ahead and turn on Zoom it to show you because it's that cool. It deserves a zoom. 32 gigs of RAM, 2 terabyte SSD. It's bananas. Now, check out the GPU. This has, of course, with all Surface Books, it's got both the Intel and the NVIDIA onboard GPU. What I care about, though, is this NVIDIA GPU is completely OP. This is actually a GeForce 1660 with Max-Q. We're going to watch this because I'm looking at all the different engines. I want to use the Cuda engine. And what I've done is I've taken that raw footage. I'm going to go into WSL2. Now, this is WSL2. In the future, the fast ring will have this GPU support. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run TensorFlow under Linux on this machine, okay? So right now I'm running it on that video. Now watch the GPU. We're using the GPU here to do that work of that detection, right, for that autonomous vehicle. This is super awesome. Check this out. Look how hard the GPU is working to make that happen. And look at the GPU usage on the memory, almost using all of that 6 gigs. This is fantastic. Now I'm going to stop that actually, and let's just look at the resulting video. Here's a resulting video. Look at that. See? 99% sure that's a car, and it goes through basically. So what I'm thinking is, here, let me just go into whiteboard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, check this out.
On Teams?
Yeah, I'm going to share my whiteboard. I'm on this other machine, so you and I are on Teams over here, but I'm also going to share here, and I've got an idea. What I want to do is... Okay, so here's the idea. Self-driving taco drones, your app for delivery. They bring the tacos directly to my house, drop them into my face.
I like it. And you can track the drone on the app.
See, we can get geolocation. It'll run on an iPhone. It'll run on a device. I don't know how the architecture is going to look like, but I'm imagining there's going to be lines. There's going to be boxes.
Right.
There's going to be probably a cloud at some point.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe we can go... Actually, I'm realizing that there is a moonlighting clause at Microsoft. We may have just given this... Oh, crap. Hang on.
Uh-oh.
This guy is always calling me.
All right. We'll do this later. We'll do this later.
All right. I'll catch you later.
Bye.
Hey.
Hey.
How's it going, sir?
Good. Hey, sorry to bother you. How are you? How's the fan?
I'm doing a thing, working on the build keynote. What's up?
You doing it right now?
Yeah, nowish.
Look, man, I was up early this morning. I'm struggling. I'm racking my brain on a bunch of ideas. Tell me right now you're using Surface Book or you're using the new Surface Book 3.
Yeah, actually, I've done most of the keynote on it. It's right here. I did all the GPU stuff, the TensorFlow stuff, WSL. It's actually, boom, right there.
Oh, I love it. I love that you're using it. That thing's a beast, right?
It is actually kind of ridiculous. 32 gigs of RAM has been really freeing for me. Having the GPU has been a little bit bananas because I've been able to do some machine learning work that I hadn't been able to do before. And I found myself, with all due respect, alt-tabbing into games occasionally. I did a little Gears of War, which I did not expect to be able to do on a laptop like this.
Look, here's the deal. You asked for that. You asked us. You pushed me. Give me the fastest SSD. Give me more RAM. Give me more storage. Let me push this thing as a developer. We want them using this thing. Man, I hope this hits on every note. This is what's been kind of pushing at me. Like the latest Windows, I mean, you're sitting here with WSL. It should be lighting up, right? Tell me.
No, absolutely. Okay. We needed this thing to be as fast as possible for Visual Studio 2019. And then once you start layering all the stuff, Windows Terminal and on and on and on, it has been killer. It is my go-to box right now.
How am I going to continue to think through with you and others the way we've been creating products together, bringing Windows and a billion users forward through the devices that we're creating, how the hardware and software comes together, and even more so, the challenge is I need your brain here. Can we talk a little bit more about this? Like, let me show you what I'm doing on the box right now, which I think is super important. Like, look, I'm not writing code every day, but I'm using this as my device this way, where I detach it. I'm using Surface Book with the latest version of Windows. Here's how I push the GPU myself. Like, there are details on this product that we should talk through, but ultimately how Windows runs on every Windows machine out there, including Surface Book. This is what's got me going and thinking. I need to know a little bit more about what you're thinking about specifically, how your build keynote's coming together, how we're going to go push the envelope a little bit further on hardware, software integration points between Windows and all the devices on the planet out there. Can we talk about that a little bit today?
Let's do it. I've got all the time in the world for you, sir.
As I think about Windows and where it's going, like think about right now what we're doing together.